Namaskara, everyone, and welcome. We've put together a complete step-by-step guide to organic tomato farming, especially for all you farmers in Karnataka. We're going to cover everything, right from the seed all the way to the market, giving you a solid plan for a crop that's healthier and, a lot more profitable. So, does this sound familiar? You're spending your hard-earned money on different sprays and solutions, but you're still fighting those stubborn problems, like leaf curl virus or blight, what we all call kolu roga. It's just this frustrating cycle, right? But what if I told you there's a better way? Well, the solution is all about shifting our thinking. See, instead of constantly fighting weak plants with really expensive chemicals, organic farming is all about building strong plants right from the very beginning. And this simple change, it leads to lower costs and, here's the best part, much more stable profits for you and your family. Okay, so where do we begin? It all starts with the soil. You've got to remember, a strong crop can only grow from a healthy foundation. So let's dive into those first critical steps, getting your land ready and giving your plants the right start. First off, tomato plants absolutely hate having wet feet. Waterlogged soil causes root rot, and that's a disaster. That's why creating raised beds is so important. It gives you great drainage. Next, you've got to enrich that soil. We're talking organic matter, like good compost or farmyard manure. That's your FYM. And finally, you protect it all by adding neem cake to guard those precious roots from pests. Get these 3 steps right, and you've built your foundation for success. And here's a little pro tip for you. Don't just go out and buy seedlings from anywhere. By raising your own in pro trays, you control the quality from day one. You know for a fact they're healthy and disease-free, and that gives your crop the absolute strongest start possible. All right, let's talk about the heart of organic nutrition. Now, this is a big mindset shift. We're not just trying to feed the plant itself. We are building a living, breathing ecosystem in the soil that's going to nourish and protect your crop for its entire life. And the powerhouse of this whole system? It's something called Jeevam root. Now, think of it this way. It's not really plant food. It's food for the millions and millions of beneficial microbes, the tiny helpers that are living in your soil. When they're happy and thriving, they unlock all the nutrients your plant needs. So, what does this all mean for you? It means Jeevam root isn't just some temporary fix. It actually builds healthy soil from the ground up year after year. And this makes your tomato plants naturally stronger, which means they can actually fight off a lot of pests and diseases all on their own. And using it is super simple. The dose that works wonders for so many farmers is about 200 liters per acre, applied once a week. It's just a steady, simple rhythm that keeps all that life in your soil happy and active. Now, how do you get it on the field? The process is really straightforward. Once your Jeevam root is all prepared, you can just feed it directly into your field through your existing drip irrigation system. It's so easy and efficient, and it gets that goodness right to the roots where it's needed most. Okay, so we've got strong soil and good nutrition. Now we've got to talk about pests. But in the organic approach, we need to think one step ahead. It's not about waiting for a problem and then spraying like crazy. It's all about smart, proactive prevention. You have to remember this. Pests can travel incredibly fast, moving from farm to farm on the wind. If you wait until you see a huge problem, honestly, it's often too late. Setting up your defenses early, that's how you win this battle before it even starts. So here is your frontline defense. These aren't just suggestions, these are your essential tools. The bright colors on the yellow and blue sticky traps literally attract pests like whiteflies and thrips. And the pheromone traps, they use a special scent to lure in the fruit borer. You've got to get these in your field early. Now, your traps are your warning system, but your best tool will always be your own eyes. You need to walk your fields every 2 days. Get in there, check under the leaves. That's where pests love to hide. And if you find a plant that's heavily infected, pull it out right away to protect the others. This kind of regular scouting lets you stop little problems before they become huge disasters. All right, after all that dedication, it's time for the reward. But the work isn't quite over. How you harvest and prepare your tomatoes for the market can make a massive difference in the final price you get. These 3 simple steps can seriously boost your income. First, always harvest when it's cool outside to keep the tomatoes nice and firm. Second, take the time to grade them by quality. Don't let one bad tomato lower the price of a whole crate. And third, please, always use crates. Gunny sacks just cause bruising and damage, and that costs you money. And this right here, This shows you the money. Just look at the price difference. Selling an ungraded mix might get you 2,000 rupees, but just by sorting them, your grade A tomatoes could fetch 5,000. That is more than double the income for just a little bit of extra work. It's a no-brainer. So the key thing to take away from all this is simple. Organic farming is a complete system. It all starts by building strength in the soil, which leads to stronger plants, which leads to a healthier crop, and that ultimately leads to a healthier, more stable profit for you. Okay, now I want to hear from you. We all face different battles depending on where we are. So, in your district, what's the #1 problem you struggle with? Is it that persistent leaf curl, the devastating blight, or that frustrating fruit borer? Let us know in the comments below. Sharing our experiences helps the entire farming community learn and get stronger together. And hey, if you found this guide helpful, please give it a like, share it with another farmer, and be sure to subscribe for more practical farming explainers just like this one for Karnataka.